Anyway, so this week it actually kind of worked out because Steve has some matches with decent Hwoarang, Neo Sloth that he wanted analyzed, and people wanted a character analysis breakdown of Hwoarang. So I figured we can kind of do both. Let's take a look. Yeah, so the thing you're going to have to watch out for a lot is the down 3-4. No punish on the death fist. Yeah, so that crouch dash 3. Yeah, so this one is actually like plus on plus 4 on block. So if he jabs afterwards, you know, there's nothing you can do to interrupt that. You can step the jab. So it looks like you can step the mid as well, and that one will trade with jab. So he's actually got a lot of advantage there. Oh yeah, he's got the homing move, the homing power crush move. The generic down 4, you can interrupt that, but that will lose to his mid kicks. Wow, that tracks all the way. Oh, you can walk that to the left. It's kind of tight. Yeah, I was gonna say that, you know, it would. I mean, the down dick jabber down 4 would only work against some situations. Wow, so why can I step that sometimes, but not others? Might be a range thing. Right, so hold forward after CD3. So after the step. Man, that's gonna kill all your frame advantage. I mean, if you see him hopping forward, you can walk that one to the right. How does his the hop kick? Does the hop kick track at all? The hop kick tracks that way a little bit. Wait, you can do. Oh, you can do the power crush. You can do that power crush too. So he's got stuff to deal with pretty much anything. So he's plus 4 and can do anything. But I mean, his low options. He's got this slow ass low, which he should never get hit by. He can do his down 3-4 from this stance, and he's got his down back 4. Those are his lows. So nothing terribly scary. Probably the scariest thing is the down 3-4 to get into the mixes. Wait, what high crushes? Oh, the down 4. Oh wait, so if you're saying this, you can. Oh yeah. Doesn't look like it high crushes fast enough. Looks like it crushes on frame. What would that be? Plus 4, frame 15. So high crush is pretty late. CD3 into 4. Yeah, so I mean, that doesn't track at all, but does that 14? Trades with jabs. High. I mean, so that's just another option that just doesn't that just doesn't track. He's got access to all his that one tracks pretty good too. Like that one you have to walk that one to the left. And like seems to kind of like sometimes like magnet track you to the if you step right. Yeah, so it's one of those things where if you block this, you're kind of stuck in a mix-up. It doesn't have too many scary lows that you shouldn't be able to react. I mean, because you should be able to react to that. But yeah, I mean, switching stance gives up whatever frames you've got too. Frames, so that's not really reactable. But yeah, I mean, if you ever see him like switching stances, you know, he's like giving up any frames. So like eagle eye for that stance switch, and you can like just interrupt him. Okay, but yeah, so I mean, like Hwoarang can play frame tight in that situation after the crouch dash 3. He's got a few uninterruptible options, a few things that will trade with jabs that are in his favor, but those are all sidesteppable. So you have to kind of guess which way, if he's going to be playing frame tight and step. Yeah, I mean the low is a launcher, but you know, just keep an eye out for it and try to react to it, because it is 28 frames. Yeah, so one thing that that you'll kind of notice as kind of a recurring theme in Hwoarang, in the Hwoarang matchup, is that he's got a lot of complex situations, but typically he's got to make 3 or 4 correct guesses to keep going, and you just have to make 1 correct guess to make anything he's doing not worth the risk reward. It's just you have to know what the guesses are and where your guesses are. So Hwoarang will try to get you to freeze to get those low, like the hell sweeps or the snake edges on you, so he can get his damage. As long as you're not freezing versus his pressure and still making your guesses and trying to react to the slow lows, most of those situations will end up in your favor. So this is actually another complex situation. Yeah, you can do full crouch down forward 2-1. That's probably going to be one of your best options for this, because the problem with the wall rising 2 is you've got this one, which will counter hit launch you if you try to. So a lot of Hwoarangs won't. This is technically you can get that, but it's super tight. See, you can get that, but it's super tight. And it's going to be nearly impossible online. But I mean, even, oh my god, even that's hard. I mean, so like ultimate safe strats are you can just do something that keeps you in full crouch. That comes out fast. Even wall rising 3. Like, wall rising 3 actually might not be bad. You just have to be quick. I'm wondering if though, see, that's the problem there too. So wall rising 4 is usually pretty safe, and his low launcher is too slow for that as well. Yeah, I mean, so this is a really tight situation. Yeah, if you just need something to stop him from going after you block that, like just a down 3 or a down 4 from full crouch, is good because, like, I mean, notice he can power crush like pretty much everything. You can do the 13 frame, but it's pretty tight. Oh, and if you get the Hwoarang 4, you might be able to block still. Oop. Yeah, so it's actually, if you are a little late on the Hwoarang 4, it might actually be better because you can get your 12 frame punish after that too. Now, if you get hit by the down 3-4, I mean, Hwoarang's got all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so like this 13 frame, he's plus 14 into a 13 frame jab. So uninterruptible. That would be like, so the only thing uninterruptible you would have is probably that that jab. Well, that's 14. So that would trade with jabs as well. Wait, no. You can't actually be plus 14. Oh shit. Yeah, you can't. You just gotta block that. Or duck it. I mean, so you might do something like that. Getting another plus frame. I don't think you can step that one either. And you can't interrupt it. Yeah, so if you get hit by the down 3-4, you're gonna have to take the mix up. Fortunately though, like his only lows, he's got like that slow ass low, and he's got the the hell sweep. You should be able to react to the low. And that hell sweep, yeah, the hell sweep, you're just gonna have to so I mean, you can, it's 20-21 frames. Not the easiest thing to react to, but if you're really looking for it, you might be able to see it take as well. But like if they're doing, actually, you know what? I think that's plus 5. His flamingo jab, plus 5, yeah. So if you see him jab like that, common setup. Oh, not that. There we go. So you'll see him do jab, and if you try to jab back, you'll get counter hit. Yeah, so if you see that single jab, watch out for the 13 frame counter hit. You can always do, I'm at plus 5 and in neutrals, I mean you can always do, what does he have that's homing? Alright, so we've got that 20 frames, he's plus 5. So you're not going to be able to do much about that. Has decent range too. so you're not going to be able to backdash it. But it is interruptible. Trade with 15 frames. But, you know, like we've said before, he's also got backlash. And that's, you know, a problem. But also, if you've he's doing backlash, you should be able to react and duck. But also, if they're backlashing, you know, you can do, you know, you can down forward 1 sway into the sway 1+2. Would that beat that? I think that will beat that. Yeah, that will beat that. So if you've been pestering him with side steps, down forward 1 will beat both of his homing options after that. Jab, the flamingo jab. Do that. It is kind of risky to challenge the +5 though, just because he's got that uninterruptible counter hit launcher, and you can always like dick punch there too, but you know that always has problems. So on that one, that's a mid-high. But it's pretty tight to get like a launch. So that might be just one of those ones where you wall standing for it. So running 4. Alright, so that's +5, but it's also super linear. Like super linear. I mean, like, look at that. You barely step, and he goes all the way around. But like trying to chase him down after you step is kind of weird. And then he turns around, so you don't even get like a back turn combo on him if he whiffs. Yeah, but trying to like chase him down afterwards is kind of a pain. And he recovers pretty fast on the whiff on that. Notice like your moves just like randomly don't work. Don't go for anything super risky if you do step it, because you've got no idea if it will actually work. You don't know if you'll be in range. You don't know what direction you'll be facing. Like back 1-2, even back 1-2 is questionable. You also don't know which way back is, because it switches camera angles all the time. So it's a super wonky move that you can see is super linear, but will sometimes just randomly hit you when you're sidestepping. But yeah, so anyways, it's plus on block. And he's actually got a, he actually has a full back turn mix-up. Alright, so let's see if this actually does. Yeah, so this is a, that throw is actually a 2 break. So you notice if I hit 1, it doesn't break it. But you have to break that one with 2. And I think he has a 1+2 break as well. Yeah, he's got a way of doing it from back turned. And it's a 1+2 break. So it's either going to be a 2 or 1+2 from back turned. And since back turn throws, you can't tell what animation it is, it's going to be a complete guess. But anyways, I know it's there. We all know it's there. I just don't know what the input on it was because it's not showing up in the command list. But other things you have to worry about is his back turn 3. And he's also got like the back turn top kicks that you have to worry about. But yeah, so like if you try to duck to not take the throw mix up, I mean he'll be able to do back turn 3. Or maybe that's for that one. It's back turn 4. There we go. And that's only -13, unlike his normal back 3. So you only get a 12 or 13 frame punish. He also doesn't look like you can interrupt that because it's 14 frames. And you can't step it either. So I mean, if you block that, you're taking a mix up. But yeah, so in general, you don't want to block that move. So at farther ranges, you want to be, constantly sidewalking. Which way you sidewalk Hwoarang is whichever way his chest is facing. So in this situation, you would want to sidewalk him down or towards the screen. This situation, you want to go up. I did miss one situation, the one that actually killed you right there. Is that situation. So that's a 10 frame low. And +3 on hit. You can low parry that. If you do block the low, you just get your wall rising 4. And it's a really early wall rising 4. Another complex situation to cover is Hwoarang's new-ish Power Crush. Alright, so he's got this new Power Crush. So it's 2 hits. They both Power Crush. Do they both Power Crush? I guess they don't both Power Crush. Just the first hit does. But he can cancel the first hit. He can cancel the first hit with down. Or forward. So you can cancel the first hit into like a sidestep either way. Or into just straight flamingo. So start off with the easy stuff. If he finishes it, -14. But looks like Paul's 14 frame doesn't reach. So you have to back 1 for it. Or back 1 to it. So that's that. If he finishes it, you know, that's easy. We all know what to do. If he just does the first hit and nothing else, also minus 14. Paul can launch this. I wonder if... Looks like it's pretty consistent. Yeah. Even at farther ranges, so... Oh. So the first one you can punish. He can also delay the second hit by some amount. By quite a bit, actually. But yeah, so oftentimes Hwoarangs will use this, the Power Crush to get into the down 3-4. So there's something you're gonna have to be aware of. It's one of the ways they get into this mix up here. There's no low crush in this one, so you can always like down form, generic down form out of this. If you're late, he can do that for a high crush, or that for a low crush. So I mean, he does have options if you're late. So let's see here. You see that? It will go. So you have to be pretty fast if you're seeing that come in. So generic lows, mileage may vary. I mean, you can always like but also, so the cancel and like the armor situation kind of might also mess up their inputs, so they might not know what they're getting even. But yeah, but I mean, if you see him cancel it, you can definitely you know, interrupt. Yeah, so that's the power crush, that power crush situation. Yeah, I mean, he can also do his snake edge there to high crush. So mids might not be a bad option, or low hitting highs. They will use the cancel to be able to down 3-4 in on you. So that's also, if you see it mashing a low parry is not a bad option. I see the cancel mash low parry because they're going to try to down 3-4. Alright, so that low is minus 13, but it's a really early minus 13. So it's kind of risky to go for it if you blocked it by mistake, which kind of looks like you did. Oh yeah, and Hwoarang's got a dead simple punish for Death Fist, so you have to be really careful about that. Oh yeah, and that's another setup. That setup right there. So that was, let's see here, forward 2 into back 4. So that's a setup to catch people jabbing. And if you like jab string, like 1-2 it, you'll get counter hit. Magic 4s, it goes into magic 4s. So I mean, it is minus 2. So I mean, you can always like down forward 1. But yeah, so that is high. But like, if you jab, you're hitting that. Oh, down back 2 doesn't go under it. But yeah, it is high, so you do have options. And it is interruptible because it's -2 with an 18 frame startup. Another situation to know about is this one right here. That back 2, the right flamingo back 2. Or not right flamingo, but right stance back 2. This one right here. So you can just like do that over and over again. It's +4. Like if you think he's gonna do it again twice, so it's 16 frames. So I mean you can interrupt it with an 10 or 11 frames. But that's kind of risky because you can always do, let's see here, you can do back 2 into back 3, which is a, another frame trap. Because if you try to press in there, you're going to get counter hit. Doesn't look like you can step that. You can step that to his to your right because you see his chest is facing this way. You can step it that way, but not to your left. So you can step the back 2 to back 2 this way. And I guess you could also do, something like that to catch a step. So you might want to do a small step into a block. But that one's also interruptible by 16 frames, or by 15 frames. So like quick side step right into block. Down forward 1. Can be stepped this way. Can be stepped both ways. So it looks like quick side step right, block. Looks like it covers a lot of the options that he'll want to do after the back 2. So he did the down 3-4 stance switch into down 3-4. So if you see him switching stances like that, he's going to have to press. So you can, magic forward, down forward 2, do all sorts of things. Like Paul's, like the down forward 2 might actually be a really good option if you see him switch stances like that. Because if he does something like that, you still get I did not wait. That will trade their and Paul's down forward 2 will likely crush that jab or just flat out interrupt it. Yeah, so if you see him switching stances like that, you've got a lot of time to interrupt him. Or even like backdash out. Oh my god, assuming I can actually backdash. Not warmed up at all when I backdash. So you can just backdash out. But generally they are doing that, you know, doing this down 3-4 switch to get back into this mix-up. Because they can't do it from right afterwards. So you have that's a time where it's important to challenge him. So then the other one was this, yeah, this one, down forward 1-3. So it leaves him in flamingo, so he can't block. So typically what there's two things they'll do. They'll do down forward 1-3 into the power crush. So you can like jab challenge him, and then if he does the power crush, punish the power crush. And then the other thing that they do is back one. So if you challenge with jab, you know, he'll get out of it. But it's minus, oh, is that, did they make that minus 13 now? No, it's still minus 14. But you can always like backdash, and that's gonna whiff. You can also sidestep it right. Sidestepping it left doesn't work. But yeah, so that's kind of what you have to do. If you block that, those are the main options. So you can always like backdash, and that will beat both options. But if you start just backdashing, then that gives them time to do something like that. So they might end up doing, which, you know, backdash probably will, you know, it will still get away from that. So it's still not a bad option, but they might start doing some of the other flamingo stuff. So yeah, so that's that situation right there. Oh yeah, the 4-3, I think it's plus 5. So yeah, so if you get this punish, if you get the punish, that's a 15 frame. Thing. So don't press after this punish, because you'll trade with a jab and get counter hit launched. And I don't think you even step that. And I think you just gotta. Oh, you can walk it, it looks like, to the wrong way. Yeah, you can walk it the wrong way, but it's kind of risky to walk at -5. I want to just sift through this move list here, see if there's anything that we didn't cover. Yeah, we got like scrub killers like this move here. Like, if you get hit by those first two punches, you can't low parry the third hit. But you can always low parry the third hit if you block it, but not anything particularly interesting. That's just a scrub killer. Oh, there was one thing here. It was this move here. That didn't work. So yeah, so this move, stupid annoying, because you can't low parry that third hit if you block the the second hit. You can't low parry that third hit for whatever reason. So you got to block it. Yeah, anyways, going back to this one, notice it's also +1 on block. So if you so they can, like, if you tried to, like, while standing 4, you know, that's guess Paul's got an option for that. You can just while standing 1, but yeah, I mean, so that's an annoying one. Oh yeah, this move, never let Hwoarang get away with this move. It's low high. Never let him get the second hit. It is a natural counter hit combo. Yeah, so there was this one, -13. Practice punishing this one because it's annoyingly early. Oh yeah, and this move, you would think this move would be punishable. You see that? He counter hits me. Because it's an 8-frame kick. So you got to be careful about that. So if you block that move, you got to be careful of the power crush and the counter hit launcher. So I mean, we can do. Oh, I did that one already. Oh my god. See? And like, not even while standing 4. So it looks like if you block this, you can dick punch both options. Those are going to be his main options. But he should also have his launcher. So you won't be able to dick punch that. Oh, no, you can dick punch it if you block. So, like, the catch-all for that, if you block that, just dick punch. Yeah, the left plasma blade. So if he does this from front forward, it's -19. And his hurt box is a lot farther forward than it looks like it should be. So even if you block it from really far out, you can still down forward to it. The fuck is this? Oh yeah. That's his new wall standing launcher. Goes into tailspin, mid high, conduct the second hit, but he's got a mid. And the situation here is similar to similar to the down forward 1-3. Yeah, so if he goes into this, you can, oh, looks like it's worse for him. You can jab interrupt the power crush attempt, and doesn't look like he's got his back one. Yeah, so if you block it, you can jab him. But 12 will get power crushed. Oh wow, pushback. Yeah. So 10 frames. It's not going to crush in time. So you get a 10 frame punish on that. Yeah, so this fadeaway kick is annoying because like trying to punish it can be hard. I mean, look at that. And that's not even a punish. Does Paul even have? So he can punish it with forward 2-1, but it's a call out. Yeah, you can death fist it too. You can punish it with quarter circle 1 too, but it's a bit tight. Yeah, other things to keep in mind, he does have 4 stances: left foot forward, right foot forward, left flamingo, and right flamingo. So it's important to pay attention to which one he's in, because backlash is in right foot forward. He does so he has no. I guess he does. He now has a power crush from normal stance. That's the down forward 3. Like a lot of those situations are complex, and you've kind of got to know what your options are. Because if you just get the deer in headlights in a lot of those situations, that's what Hwoarangs are going for, and that's when they'll start tearing you apart.